Happy New Year! I'm Kate from CrateInsider.com, and it's time to tell you about what's new for January 2017. Well, I have to say I have an absolute ton to tell you today. Our first big announcement is we have just redesigned our entire website. So now when you go to CrateInsider.com, it's simplified, should be easier for you to find items. You'll see here we also have a what's new section, and there you're going to see the new products. You know, as we post new products, they'll show up in that section, and actually like this video will be there as well. We've also made it simpler to look by category, by brands, and now you're going to be able to read our tech articles on your phone. I know it was a little more difficult with scrolling and such, so should be a lot easier for you to use our website, and we're really excited. The other thing I wanted to mention on that is we went through and we still have a little more work to do, but you'll see that there are a lot of American flags on our website. I know I'm proud to be an American, and so I decided to go through and figure out which products were made in America, and that way you can see as well, because honestly there's nothing more American than racing. So there is one downside for any of you customers who have created accounts. Unfortunately, the passwords didn't save, so you're going to have to do like a forgot my password and create a new password. So I'm really sorry about the inconvenience of that, but in the long term I think you're going to like the new website a lot better. So let's move on to the other new products that I have to show you. First of all, I saw this is a cold air box from Dominator. We just became a Dominator dealer, and I saw this on a race car and absolutely loved it, so I had to have it, and now we're a Dominator dealer. And the way this box works, it has it's plastic, and then it has this gasket, and that's what it comes with. And so any of your aluminum air filter bases, you can slide into here, and then we would suggest riveting, drilling some holes and riveting them in. And why do you want a cold air box? If you've read, some of our articles on the site, the reason why is you want to separate your air filter from the engine heat, the heat from the engine, because if the air going into your engine is cooler, then you're going to have a better performance with your race car. Next up, in our last video in December, we mentioned that we had just become a Kaiser Wheels dealer, and I just wanted to mention that we finished those listings. We just had a couple of things up at that time, and now we have a full range of Kaiser Wheels, and wow, they're beautiful. Very excited. Next up, another brand new product on the market is the Next Gen Rev 2 Lite. So if you need a new head and neck restraint, this one is the lightest on the market, and they've actually come down in price, and we've done a video on that, and so you'll be able to click that video in the product description to see the whole new thing. It has better grip pieces on the shoulder pads. It's lightweight. It's a great piece. Next up, seat belts. I am so excited. We've been talking to Hooker Harness for a while, but we have become a Hooker Harness seat belt dealer. And now's a great time of year for you guys to look at your seat belts and look at the SFI tag on it. It'll have a date. And make sure your seat belts aren't out of date. What can happen with this webbing, when it gets wet and dry, think about jeans, when you try to dry them in the sun, how they get crispy. And with washing race cars, that can happen, really deteriorates the fabric. So just take a really good look at your seat belts that you've got right now. And if you're going to consider buying a new set, definitely recommend going with Hooker Harness. I mean, it's a great restraint system, and you can really get very tight in the seat with their ratcheting program. And we'll have a video, we'll have videos probably on most of these coming out in the next week or two. Next up, this is a brand new product on the market from AllStar. This is a rotor spacer for your left rear. So if you have issues with getting, dirt and materials stuck in your caliper and such, here you can put in a rotor spacer, and it comes with little bolts too. And these will come in 1 3/4 or 2 inches, and this will keep your wheels separated from your caliper or rotor, and so that you don't get the debris into your braking system. So really a neat, innovative new product from them. Another new product out is from Fastshaft. They've come out with a 2 3/4 inch carbon fiber drive shaft, and it's meant for guys who are running 525s, and it also applies if they're running supers also. So I know there are some guys that have 525 engines, but they also run a super engine. This way you can use that same carbon fiber drive shaft for both applications. So it saves you from having to buy 2 drive shafts, and obviously the work of putting a drive shaft in and out of a race car. So that is from Fastshaft, the 2 3/4 inch carbon fiber drive shaft. Next up, from MLR Fabricating, you may have known them from the Easy Lift, dirt racing lift. They've just come out with a new coilover load raider. And these are so popular, they're actually going to start shipping in mid to late January, but you can go ahead and pre-order now, and then yours will just be in, they'll be shipped in the order in which orders were received. But what a neat machine for, rating your coilover loads. And lastly, this is yet another brand new product on the market from Willys Carbs and Dynos. This is a Willys rollover plate. And the purpose of this is a safety item. When your car goes upside down, there's a lot of fuel left in your carburetor, and that can really contribute to an engine fire. And obviously we're all working hard to not have as many fires and tragedies in this sport. With the rollover plate, what it does is when your carburetor's upside down, that it actually blocks those fuel ports, and so no fuel can come out of your carburetor. So it's a great safety device, to keep fire hazards down to a minimum. And we have those for both a 2-barrel carburetor or for a 4-barrel carburetor, and it just goes between your carburetor and the metering block. And I know you can't quite see it, but we'll have another video on this one as well. So that is what's new from Crate Insider for January 2017. And visit our website, please. We'd love to have your feedback on anything that you see there. You can always email or call. And in the meantime, thanks so much for watching.